Folks, we are here in Paducah, Kentucky. We did a 300-mile road trip from Sevierville, Tennessee, and our first stop here is Paducah because a friend of ours, longtime viewer, Keith Holt, lives here, and he's the owner of Apple Valley Hillbilly Toyland. You might know Keith from other YouTube videos out there by other great vloggers. It's usually a stop when you come through here. And Keith is a collector of many things, especially toys. Dawn, are you ready?
Ready.
Let's do this. I've been wanting to see Keith for a long time, and today will be the day. I'm super stoked. And this is on our way to some more Christmas adventures we're going to be shooting up the road, so definitely stay tuned. But let's head over to Keith's place, and he'll be showing us around. I think you guys will love him. We have made it to Apple Valley Garden, Hillbilly, Toyland. Look at that. Wow. Let's go ahead, let's find Keith, and let's take a look around because he's got some pretty cool art around here. It's open daily from 8 a.m. to dusk all year long. And it's amazing. Look at that. Now, this guy over here looks familiar, Dawn. I think it's Justin Scarred, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So this is Diane, Keith's wife, and she's going to show us around a little bit around the garden here.
Yeah, and I'm going to take you into the old store.
Okay.
Because this was my husband's grandparents' property.
Oh, wow.
It's been in the family 95 years.
Oh, wow, yes.
The store here was built in 1931, ran from 32 to 64.
Okay.
And there is a shotgun above the air conditioner in there that I'm going to show you guys.
Okay.
Most likely left by Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. When they built the store in 31, they added this part of the house on, and that was a room for rent. And Bonnie and Clyde hid out for 2 nights in that room. And while they were here, one of their gang members got arrested in Paducah, which is right up the road. And the pictures may or may not still be archived on the wall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had a few tourists just show up on their own, and they politely called us and asked us not to send people there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But let me take you guys to the old store here.
Yeah, that sounds great. I love old, general stores and gas stations and stuff like that.
That's the funny thing, because, back in the heyday, back in the 30s, a small store literally had to be multifunctional.
Yeah.
Which this one was.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that's the gun there, and I'm going to apologize for the light being bright on it.
Oh, that's fine. So, left by Bonnie and Clyde in 1933.
Yeah.
Wow. And I love it. That's not Howdy Doody. It's
Mortimer Snerd.
Mortimer Snerd. Okay.
And then we got Charlie McCarthy.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, but all the young kids, of course, think it's Slappy.
Slappy? Okay.
Yeah, Goosebumps.
Wow. Yeah, Lennon up there. Wow, this is... And see, we're Christmas is coming. We're like, where should we go for Christmas? We got to go to Hillbilly Gardens and Toyland, right? I mean...
Oh, no. We appreciate you guys coming. Thank you.
Well, we know each other from the internet, and you guys are watching our videos and stuff. And
from the Muppets.
Oh, yeah. We're also... I can talk. I really can.
No, you should. It might look good on video when I talk. But that's because I edited everything out.
Oh no.
The Donnie Marie doll.
Yes.
I had her, but
Oh
in the
wow.
same dress and everything with the microphone.
No,
Same
Justin
here.
scarred when he was here.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's. We
Yeah.
all get tongue-tied.
You know, Justin is probably the best video guy out there, the best speaking guy out there on the internet. I always tell Dawn, I said, if I could just be like, you know, like talk like him and have this,
Yes.
it'd be easy, right? Or at least he makes it sound easy.
Yes.
The McChicken nuggets.
Yes, though.
Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
going to point this out to you, Will.
Yeah.
So, for the bicentennial, 7-Up put out the 50 states.
Okay, there we go. The lighting was bad. Okay, go ahead.
So, if you collected all 50 states, it had either blue or red 7-Ups on it,
Okay.
and it makes the Uncle Sam I Want You poster.
Oh. Now, and you have them all here, and
Uh-huh.
and this, how many years ago was bicentennial?
76.
76. So that's amazing. They're all there. I mean, I bet you can't find it anywhere else.
Well, you know how my husband got these? He dumpster dived.
Dumpstered up. Wow.
And he got 2 complete sets, yes. Because these came out about the same time the beer fad came out.
Okay.
And so while he was dumpster diving for beer cans, he was dumpster diving for the 7-Up too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And you made it in the paper, and yeah.
See, this came out, I think, in 2006 or 2007.
Wow.
And this was our local paper. One of these was our local paper. And they contacted the AP. And then he came out. And when his hit the wire, it was one paper per each 50 states Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Plus multiple magazines and papers across the sea.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of different people from many different countries here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask if you guys could sign our guest book?
Yes,
Thank
definitely.
you.
Definitely. So you guys have folks come from all over.
All over.
You know, and I was telling Dawn, we've been wanting to make it over here for years, and it's like, let's do this.
Oh, that no.
She's
We're-
eating chicken nuggets.
Yeah, you know, one of our visitors that we had come, one of their kids did that, and we just busted up laughing. It was too funny. Because this store, like I said, was multifunctional.
And a biscuit.
Yeah, we were a diner, but we only did fried chicken meals. And it was also a store, the diner, a golf gas station from 39 to 64, and a part-time barbershop.
Oh wow.
And then, like everybody back out in the day, Grandpa was a moonshiner.
Oh.
Unlike everybody else, he was a postmaster. So
Yep.
those two did cross.
I even found out somewhere, even down in Tennessee, you'll find out some moonshiners are also preachers too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, well that's.
Well, we think it's kind of funny. Grandpa got busted. He didn't get busted for moonshine. He got busted for selling soda pop without a license.
Oh wow.
No.
Yeah.
There's Milky. Is that Milky the cow, Dawn?
That's Milky the cow.
You had a Milky the cow growing up.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think there's something here for everyone, and
We try.
that
We had the
is.
Fisher Price can.
Oh, you know,
If you guys want to pick it up, you're more than welcome to.
I think I had that ET, Dawn.
You had ET, a lot of things, ET.
And then I remember these here.
You see, he made it here.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
Justin.
there was an autograph of here of them, but my son wore this so much.
Oh, they were
not. Sweat off his autograph.
oh.
Because Justin gave it to my son, and he was so excited about it. And then, of course, I assume you guys have you guys been here yet? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, we
We did
got-
Route 66. Yes.
I think I saw you guys there because
The
that one
golden
tastes a lot better.
golden
Utter.
Utter Award.
Tastes a lot better than any other award what it tastes.
Yeah.
They come with whiskey too. So. And be sure to tell them about the kids' art projects too. And
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
make sure
definitely.
to talk all everything about me. You know, like
Yeah.
He did.
Okay. I gotta get.
He did.
Folks, It's Keith. You guys might recognize him from a lot of YouTubers. Adam the Woo, Justin Scard, right? And Jacob Cartbagger's been here like, I don't know, a dozen times. It seems like
They have. Oh,
Have
wow,
they?
I missed them.
I heard about the moonshine stories.
Yeah. Oh, no, we've had people leave moonshine and yeah.
This here, you don't have to say this is something you're not going to show them probably. We'd have one YouTuber that show us.
Okay.
But Nancy, it was a clean, wholesome show.
Yeah.
They couldn't do anything wrong. All 4 actors were upset and had to stay afterwards to a Viewmaster reel.
Oh, really?
And I learned about this on the internet, but all 4 actors are giving the camera upside down bird.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I mean, first, I'm going to look at it first.
Well, look at them. Notice their pockets? All 4 are giving.
Oh, wow. I don't know.
I don't know if you can say that.
Let me see. I can.
Give you a hint. There is a photograph on the internet about it.
This hat was worn by
Yeah. They're not happy at all.
But I just thought that was interesting. I learned about it on the internet, and I went to my Viewmasters, and I had it. Yeah, I was like.
The hat was worn by John Wayne.
Yeah, this hat here was worn by John Wayne.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And more important than John Wayne, it was worn by me too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wow. It's great. I love it.
We actually met on a planet
yeah.
far, far away.
Okay.
Star Trek: The Next Generation, the pilot episode.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yes.
I heard
Yes.
that. Yes.
Because his sagging after cars will are right behind you.
Well, yeah.
So you're in the Screen Actors Guild.
Well, Screen Actors. Well, I'm on a withdrawal now, but yeah, SAG.
Yeah.
There's no SAG work out here.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I was in Screen Actors Guild. We been on this set. As I always said, planet far, far away. It looked a lot like Paramount back a lot, but
There-
and then you can see me. There's a skinny guy. I guess we're both skinny, but that one is us as a really.
Romulan.
I'm not a Star Trek fanatic, so
Oh,
so it was wasted on me. Yeah. And I was a sea lady. That ate dog creatures.
oh, wow.
So I've been on the show about 3 different times.
So wow. So you've been on Star Trek 3 different times, huh?
Well, yeah, for what it's worth. I
Well, there's a lot of Trekkies out there, and they.
And I'll put it this way: as a sea lady, it was pure torture. I had to be there about 2 or 3 in the morning to start getting my makeup on, and then it was all latex, and we had claws, and you couldn't use the bathroom. You had to eat through a straw. I mean, it was 100-degree weather.
Yeah, because you can't get like anything
you
messed
can't get- yeah, I
up.
was thinking it.
Wow. Wow, that's. Oh.
And then, as I always like to say, that cowboy, the one you see when cowboy standing next to the horse, that was one of. Okay, now help me out. Who's the famous Kentucky actor?
George Clooney.
That was one of George Clooney's shows that went nowhere before ER. That's hot spec. And I don't know if this ranks up there with yours or not, but you did know it's our new iPhone. Still trying to get that camera to operate. Can't forget to get that camera to turn on. She's going, boy, this is really lowbrow here. You did not getting in. You did not getting in on us.
Yeah, I see that. I thought it was a horse. No, it's a duck.
Yeah.
You got the duck getting in.
Burma shave, yeah. Wow.
I'm going to say everything behind you on the old cooler here. Our local schools had up until COVID turned junk into art. And
Okay.
it was a catch contest. And other than the penguin and the palm tree, these were all first and second place winners.
Oh,
And this
wow.
was our 2
You got a
youngest.
spider back there.
That
too.
actually my daughter did for her older brother. Our second son was born with a bad heart, and God blessed us to have him for 27 years.
Aw.
And he had just passed away, and I notified all my kids that he was a big nerd, and Spider-Man was his favorite, and this Spider-Man suit was actually on the back of that spider.
Most people
Ellie
think
Mae.
it looks like Dolly Parton, but yeah, it's supposed to be Ellie Mae.
That's my first. I thought I was like, oh, it's not. Nope. Ellie Mae.
See, I used to know
Oh,
Dolly.
Funtown Mountain and everything. Gold Rush Junction.
Yeah, and then
Rebel Railroad.
So that's Dollywood, as you know.
Yeah. Yep.
So I
Yep.
saw the old brochure from there.
Wow.
Then later, as you know, it got changed to Gold Rush Junction.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, of course, since
Dollar City.
This is the one when it was there.
6 Gun City.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah. But no, as like I said, I saw all my old brochures. And you got them all too. Because when Justice Scard was here, he's a big Knott's Berry Farm fan. So
yes.
I think a lot of Knott's Berry Farm stuff down there. So,
yeah.
So until about 3 in the morning, we had this floor just covered in brochures going through.
Going through them? Oh, wow.
Yeah, because he showed up the night before. And then we all were talking out the night before, and he was sitting. We were going through everything. I kept digging out more, and then I saw my program, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
First time I went to Disney World in 1976. This was the year I went to Disney World. Saw all my program, saw all my ticket stubs, all that stuff.
Wow.
We had all this stuff out here looking at.
That's your grandfather there, huh?
And that picture's dated 1937.
Wow.
And you might notice that interesting hairstyle for 1937. He's doing Eraserhead.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, so he started all this,
Yeah,
and
he's
then...
started all this. And this is his story around.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Well, and speaking of your moonshine, you might notice. I know where you come from.
Yeah.
Moonshine steals everywhere, but this company makes them here in Kentucky. They give me this one to represent their business, so mine's sitting on a hot plate for the bad pun.
Yeah.
The oil has come out to a Yellowstone coffee cup, so I'm obviously trying to make Old Faithful. And yes, the H toad is guarding my still.
Wow.
And then, of course, also in 1976, I know you were probably weren't around then, but 1976, you could learn about history while you drunk your beer.
Yeah.
And forget about history while you drunk your beer back then. And then also, by the way, she mentioned to it, my mom, that mannequin was represent my mom. She cooked the chicken dinners in here, and this is the original stove. And someone called me up one day and said, "You want modified chicken?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" I thought it'd be a stand-up modified chicken. As you already know, it turns out to be a Kroger modified chicken. So I'm assuming my mom served the first chicken wrap in here. Yeah, my grandfather was a traveling musician. He was, well, I know you're from like the music capital of the world yourself, but my grandfather was supposedly had shell on the ground, plunked with his toes, play whatever string instrument, do a harmonic bit, and sing. And I have a wax disc of his, and what I found interesting, he was playing classical. I was not expecting that at all. But then I just to brag a little bit, I drove Paul Rooms around for about
oh,
a month,
wow.
a month
So,
in LA. This was back in Denver. I worked for a nightclub there, and I was their limo driver, and I drove. So that's why I said thanks for driving me around, pal.
and he signed it too, right?
Yeah, he signed it. Yeah, well,
oh
yeah.
my goodness! I think everybody was shocked in that
Well,
the news.
I was kind of too. They kept he kept the head from most people. So I was.
I didn't know until
because one of my friends called me and let me know that he had passed away before it broke the media. But it was like I was kind of like, wow, cause he kept it from everyone. Because the person that called me had no idea he was in here somewhere.
Yeah, Silver Dollar City Viewmasters too. Wow, I didn't even know they had Silver Dollar City Viewmasters.
They did back then. And something else I can find real quick. You might find interesting. Easier. Silver Dollar fan. I think this is where I think it should be. It's here. Feed strips. Looks. Now watch it. I'll be here.
No.
First part, I'm gonna be here. And it's not gonna be. I already might get this. Because some of the stuff starts to fall apart on me.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of worried about some of the stuff I got. I have to make sure.
I've done what you've done. I've basically gone through and tried to digitalize everything. But this is probably 1975 maybe or 76.
Oh wow!
But you see there when they filmed a couple of segments. So he was the blacksmith person, and this is one my mom was sending off, getting all the information before we went. But they didn't say just about.
Wow.
And then of course there's the layout of what it looked like back in my day in town.
And you live pretty much between Dollywood and Silver Dollar City. It's about halfway, exactly.
But yeah, so the old, as you see, it's already deteriorating on me. Well, right there, you might kind of fire and hole in there, or is that? This might be before fire and hole got put in.
It might. Fire and hole would be like 77, 78, somewhere in there. That's the flooded mine. That's still there. Okay. That's still there for now. Let's hope.
So, yeah. And then that's like even Six Flags in St. Louis. So this is like when this is the year my parents took me. We went that year. It opened up and they used to have all these cool I don't have the pictures turned the right way, but they had this like Indian Joe ride that probably put on incorrect now. But
yeah, you ain't gonna see any.
Dark ride. But I loved it as a kid. I was a big Mark Twain fanatic.
Oh.
Not as bad as
Justin.
But I was a big Mark Twain fanatic. I loved that. I loved all those things. And then of course IU and like I say, I got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. And we used to get these catalogs. This is back before the internet. We used to get these catalogs in the mail, like Sears and all that. And then you'd look through and I would take like a marker and just circle what I wanted, and then hopefully Santa brought it for me. You know what I'm saying? But the prices of things.
Oh yeah, the prices of things is like mind-boggling.
I mean, it was a lot of money for back then, but still, I mean,
Seems so darn cheap now. So I said my kids got the map on too. Shoo train.
yeah, shoo.
And then of course my son's mouse catcher. Mouse.
Oh
catcher.
yeah, catcher.
And then my daughter's hey, but she called it fried chicken because it was staying in a frying pan.
Oh wow.
So all my kids, our projects have had fun behind it too.
Kentucky town of the 1980s.
Yeah, that was about 9 miles from here. About 9 miles from here, nothing exists anymore. That closed probably before. I'm not sure how old you are. Well, I didn't know how you are.
I'd never even heard of it before.
Yeah, as I said, it closed in '79. It was from '67 to '79. My parents would never take me there because it was a tourist rip-off. So they didn't take me there.
My dad said that's the reason why I do it now. Okay.
Well, I can't really say anything negative because my dad took me to a lot of places. I went to that place, but they would never take me there. But they took me to a place called Go Nugget Junction that was in Lake Ozark, Missouri. That was much bigger and neater. So I can't say anything negative because I've heard. I'd like to say, "Well, your dad," but my mom made my dad take me to places.
Yeah.
But this was just like I said, about 9 miles from here. But you can see how small the buildings were. So I'd have to agree it was probably a tourist rip-off. But you get your food across the counter here, sit here and eat. In the old days, they pump you all up in those ball jars in one car.
Yeah.
And then also in the summertime, my grandfather put a stool here and cut your hair with these things, the yellow squeezable ones.
Oh wow.
And I used to have a straight edge razor here, but someone decided they didn't need it more than I did. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. So I assume my grandfather might have used the same oil for all three items to grease your food, lubricate your hair, and grease your car. You know.
Yeah, Gatorade in the can.
And in case you didn't know, that was made by Falls City, which was a very cheap beer back then. Sold this illegally back then. You got to have permit to sell sodas.
Yeah.
And so I got all his permits that from the year he got fined to the 263. And what I found interesting, if he was a full-fledged moonshiner, he got Bush or Sug sodas, not moonshine.
Not moonshine, no.
No, but I have all the old, well, not the boring ones, but
The old,
a lot of the old stuff put away because that's my grandfather once again. His three brothers. This is a letter from the neighbor saying we'll take it from the offer. He want to buy the place. And as they always say, written on a napkin. This is a napkin, by the way. I put away. I saw the original check stuff for $1,300. Where it was $50. He got 6 acres of land, an apple orchard, and a two-room house. At that time, just a two-room house. And then all that and all. But I was going to say, went to the golf gas station, all the golf contracts put away. But what I did find interesting, you're into history, I think, but what I found interesting, I had never seen, you probably have, I've never seen this paperwork before. I'd seen the stamps, I'd seen the books. Never saw the actual paperwork.
Oh, yes. Like, it's ration stamps?
Yeah,
or
right. But this was a golf gas station back then, so they had to write down how many mileage of your car, how many gallons of gas you bought, how many stamps you used, and your name. I used to tour with this guy. We did Sam County for a couple of years, so everyone thinks I'm morphing into my ex-County partner. And in case you didn't see it, there's my Hollywood days.
Oh, that's your Hollywood days?
Yeah. So I used to be clean cut.
Oh, wow.
That's my daughter's octopus you're looking at.
Oh, yeah? Okay, that's it.
Yeah, you turn around, you get a selfie, and take it with the Backstreet Boys.
I'll bring drinks if you would like.
Oh, no, we're fine.
Okay.
If I drink too much.
Oh, we got bucket you can use.
Okay.
And we got a choice of toilets back there.
Yeah, I heard about your toilets.
Also, as we have chickens and make our trees, we have chicken trees.
Chicken trees.
Oh, it's got a chicken foot on it.
Okay. And then, and then we had to slay a dragon recently, so we have a dragon mount now. Complete with a forked tongue.
Yeah. Oh, there's.
Yeah, see, there's a pitchfork there.
Oh boy.
This is where my grandfather's golf pump stood when it was a golf gas station.
Okay, so that's where
it stood. That's not the original one, but that's where it stood. So we had a little trouble with the neighbors in the county, so you may be shooting the neighbors slightly.
Oh. He is too, isn't he?
Don't pay attention to the nozzle. That was by accident. He's after all golf mates. Let's put the gas in your car. Then we got the original potty mouth.
The potty mouth. Oh.
And then the raspberry tree.
Raspberry.
I used to come down and visit my grandma. I'd be leaning back in that chair, she says, please don't do it, you might break it. So obviously I did. So I have my grandma's chair. And even the nose from Potty Mouth is the original chimney from the house.
That used to be on the house, you know.
Then in case you guys are looking for a place to stay tonight, we do have a room for rent. room for rent. You might have to evict the Springensteins, but that's for you to be a place for you guys. That's the troll eater.
Is that a troll eater?
Yeah, or gossip eater. And then over here, room for rent. We did have a drive-in movie theater, but it closed for that pandemic, unfortunately.
Oh.
Hasn't quite reopened yet. Okay, we go to Patty's. They have the grist water wheel, and it turns. This is my hillbilly homage to Patty's. And then we have issue water moccasins.
Water moccasins.
And those closest bay rattlers that show up. Oh yeah, our trees are budding, but already starting to fade.
They're budding.
First flower that sprung up this spring.
Sprung up. Oh,
It's already springing forward.
yeah.
So I have a basket full of bulbs. And then of course, I know she was wondering if we had a nice restroom here. Yes, we did. We splurged and put you in a really nice public restroom. Is there a public restroom over here?
Oh. What is it called?
The public restroom. Get it?
Oh, public restroom.
Yep, in the
That sounds
public.
great. If you drink too much, you're gonna have to pee.
And then,
Creamy.
I don't know what you guys already noticed for where you guys are from, but in the wintertime we get a little chilly around here, so you can not partake of the lemonade stand or your spirit stuff at night. Over in the summertime, we get hot and humid around here. You can bring out mattress out the back door, shoo off these really tired flamingos, shoo them off, and then you can lay your mattress over the Hillbilly bed springs.
Oh.
Then you got something right when it does work.
Oh wow.
And then of course, I know you know there's a homage Cadillac Ranch, the Lawnmower Ranch.
The Lawnmower Ranch.
And there are 10 lawnmowers here, by the way. And as on a footnote, I always like to bring this to people's attention. There's a town, I forgot the town now, you probably know what it is, and there's a town in Kentucky that Bruckheimer owns basically half the town there, and his wife did an art piece there, and it's done with tractors, and it's something to do with, I forgot, it's not tractor hands, but they got their tractors facing upward, so they're sticking their nose up at us.
Stick your nose a bit.
Well, no, I was like,
Yeah.
And then we have a little class here. We have Leaning Tower of Pisa. Leaning Tower.
Leaning Tower pizza. Yeah.
And then over here, they represent my grandfather's apple days. We have some apple trees, you might notice. But we do have both types of apples. We have red and green.
Red and green.
Peter apple.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then it's
yeah.
very nice. For this a nice apple. Central hub for the place, central hub.
Central hub.
And then this here is loosely my Salvation Mound.
Oh, okay.
Loosely a tribute to Salvation Mountain.
Yeah.
And you might notice the neighbors finally got that subdivision they wanted. They got an ant farm subdivision.
Yeah.
You might notice we are sowing some new crops.
Sowing some new crops.
Obviously had a nice bumper crop that came in.
And bumper crab.
And then of course out there you might notice Kentucky's most proudest rest area. Cruising down the highway, just jump off the ditch and rest.
Yeah.
Stuff. At nighttime we'll read an old-fashioned book. We have a chandelier out there and we are using bud lights. And then I guess just like Sevierville and the place you're from, you have to have a tribute to the rednecks. So you might notice we have a redneck tree.
Redneck tree over there.
And they're hanging out the dirty laundry with all the beer falling out. And then that old wagon you see there, it's about to rot away. That's our Hillbilly time machine. Hillbilly time machine. But yes, I functionally passed your shot on it. Otherwise, we're back in LA right now, as opposed to bugging you guys. And even though it is shot, we're still the hub for time travel. Hub for time.
Hub.
And then that's my throwaway sided woods out there, throwaway society woods. So what most people throw away, I nail to a tree. And I figure for court reasons, throwaway society woods sound a lot better in court than junk nail to trees. So I'm just looking at court and throwaway society woods. There are 4 doors out there, so I think you guys are into this old 70s music.
Yeah.
So 4 doors out there be a tribute to the Doors.
Yeah.
And 1 door has no screen, so that'd be Jim Morrison. He's always shirtless on stage. But unfortunately, one of my trees came down recently, so it's 3.5 doors now. So I guess the doors are breaking up again. So over here we have the original rest area, because my parents always was resting when I looked at the Gaudi tourism. Original rest area, or that seasonal potty that shows up. She shows up in spring and does go away in the fall. So seasonal flathead.
Yeah, hothead, yep.
And then these shoes are doing their interpretation of Soul Train.
Soul Train.
And then, yes, that tree really does suck, by the way. Tree really does suck. And then this tree bit the dust. We now have a tree to deadwood, South Dakota. You might know it's deadwood.
Deadwood, yep.
And as you get higher on that log, it does come leftover wood stock. I know it's the wrong type of sand. Don't I gotta make that. And then so I guess this one. Watch out for sinkholes.
The singles.
Sinkholes.
Sinkholes.
I didn't lose quite as many Corvettes of mine as I did in Bowling Green, but.
Yeah.
And then in case you guys are looking for something else to do tonight, you go clubbing while you're here.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Go clubbing.
Yeah, yeah, clubbing.
We do give a designated driver.
Designated driver.
And
Designated driver,
Oh, I
clubbing.
get it.
yeah, one's a little higher than the other one, so the designated driver. And then you might be, I'll let you, but you might be saying, we got a swing set, and you get the swingers club. And then out there, I'm going to be changing it to a shorter, because someone did thought that was Busch Gardens out there, had bad eyes, so thought it was Busch Gardens. So
Busch
I like that one
Gardens.
better. But those are actually Milwaukee best. So what I always say, we don't waste our money at Walmart buying imitation Christmas trees, because we do grow our own live imitation Christmas trees. So every year we cut a fresh one down for the holidays. A couple years ago, they learned to use a combination of yeast and manure. It does grow the ornaments for you.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I know you two are probably saying, dude, you need to start using better quality yeast. You're going to get cheap beers out there. See, Busch Gardens be a lot quicker. We put Busch right out there. Oh, in case you get stumped on anything, here's your section.
Oh.
And then over here, we're growing modern technology.
Shoes.
Growing modern technology. Of course, I know you two are probably saying it's not so modern anymore, so that's why the rebooting system back there, reboot. And then you might notice there's some Farmer in the Dell going on. Farmer in the Dell.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, that would be your Hillbilly sound garden. Hillbilly sound
Hillbilly
garden.
sound
Not quite as
garden.
fancy as that one Seattle, but this is the Hillbilly version. And then I'll be darned, there's a toucan in the tree too. Toucan in the tree.
It's
And
candy.
you might notice that Dolly Parton can has a nice set of toucans too.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but you guys are from there. I'll call it Dolly
Yeah.
Parton. And then, oh yeah, in case you're getting punned out too much, you can hang yourself while you're here,
Oh, boy.
or hang on a little bit longer. And then, of course, the county thought I was a local agitator, so I figured my own tribute along with the agitator. Then behind you here, well, if you guys have you Illinois, you score as much as you want to over there, but we're not legal in Kentucky, so this is Kentucky's legal pot garden.
Oh.
Pot garden.
Pot garden.
And you do have to weed out the pans occasionally. If you don't, the pans will overtake your good pot. So you have to weed those out. There is a tree to undercurrent top over there, you might notice.
Yeah.
And then, of course, any tree next to the pot garden would be pretty wacky.
Oh wow. We wacky.
Oh.
And then, of course, we got screen people, so we're working on our screener.
Screener.
This is one of my favorite. That's your. First of all, this is the original three-way calling. Original three-way.
Three-way calling, yeah.
I assume you guys do remember. It took us forever to text on these things. It took us long to text.
Yeah.
We had to talk on our phones. And those family
Remember
cases.
rotary phones?
And then those family occasions, if you guys are old enough to remember, you might. Those family occasions were a pain in the arse because your parents always traveled on these phones, and I always had to stay awake coming back home because my dad expected me to sit there and keep rolling the cord back if we got closer to home.
Oh, yeah.
So the original three-way calling leads to this. We got the scoop. We got the scoop.
Scoop.
We got the dirt. We got the trash on you guys. If not, we will dig up something about you. Then sell it to three different organizations at the same time. So the early tabloid news system. This is your Hillbilly chariot. Hillbilly chariot.
Oh, wow.
Hillbilly chariot,
You
yeah.
might notice the peons would pedal their king and queen around. King and queen around.
That's in the back of the
Yeah.
toilet.
And then about 12 years ago, the hot rod and the Mopar truck came by here heading to Bowling Green. And we ended up being a designated stop. So as my kids say, one of these cool hot wheels were pulling here. We had nothing for the hot riders. So I ran real quick, put my head and headers on the back, head and headers.
Head and
So we found the hot rod folks. So now the peons have to be careful. Once those king or queen kicks in the gear, they're in for one hell of a ride as long as they don't blow their head. I bet back in Tennessee too, but the fully functioning deer stand.
yeah.
Fully functioning. I do give it a heater underneath your chair so your rump doesn't go cold while you wait for the deer to go by. And yes, here's a beer holder for you up there. Oh yeah, we Kentucky Lakes is behind the issue with something called the a rare rubber shark, and I had no idea what that was. And as you already tell, I caught one. I have the jaws to prove it. And then you got to watch for our gators. They're starting to escape. And they may snap at you.
Gators. Gatorland.
Yeah, they may snap at you too. And then, of course, all those old snake places always have the sculpture to get your attention to come see orders. Right?
Yeah.
So we have the Terminator milkshake.
Milkshake. Hell. Killer milkshake.
Oh, that's right. You did feed gators. That's right. Because I remember
Yeah.
you guys went to Gatorland. Did.
Yeah, she did.
And then this over here, we used to have an exhibit in here, but unfortunately she didn't pass away last year. But we used to have a real live hillbilly brown bear in here, a real live one. And her name was Letty Bear. Her name was Letty Bear, so I'm not lying to you, by the way. And if she was here to come out, you swear you was looking at a bloodhound, but she was a hillbilly brown bear. We have some bats show up, some bats.
Bats.
Yeah, and then,
Yeah.
right here are real bats.
Oh.
And then,
Bats.
and then, as I said, you guys know, once they nest, they fall under government control. You can't shoo them off anymore. So, and as you probably noticed, those are probably that rare Louisville species.
Yeah.
And then we had Chicken Ranch. Chicken Ranch is not doing too well. Our greeter has gone bony too. And then we're giving our chickens some open ranges.
Open
Oh, I
ranges.
see 'em. In the
They're all open.
stove.
Well, we ain't got it built yet, but we're working on a new bed and breakfast.
Bed and
Oh,
breakfast.
wow.
Now, don't get too started. I did catch an LBL. I did catch an LBL beast, the line between lakes beast, and that's our version of Bigfoot. In case you've not heard of it. And once I heard about it, I had to go catch one. So I set a few traps. I caught a baby one. Forgot to feed the darn thing, so it's kind of mummified. But some things is pretty rare. Mostly I just played the big one. I got the baby. So. But yeah, if you're into the cryptics like Jacob is, it is called the LBL beast, line between lakes beast.
Oh, wow. All right.
There's a whole story about it and everything. It's gonna be true too, by the way. It's on the internet, so.
Yeah, it's got to be true, yes.
Like shoe hive, beehive, shoe hive. But our tree came down, so now we have a suicidal tree.
Sure.
And then over here, you might notice we have a flipping. Well, we have what's left of a flipping tree.
Flipping
After
tree.
flipped out on us. But more recently, you might notice I'm in the process of cutting this up. But you might notice the whole tree flipped out into our "Don't Tread on Me" section. What's left of it over there? Don't tread on me.
Don't tread on me.
I'm in the process of revamping all this stuff. Now we get concerts here occasionally. The bands will perform in front of that area there, and that area does go about 8 feet higher. But the tree limb took all that out, and now I rebuilt it. But back here, there was a couch that went across here, and like I said, for the VIP, it was our VIP smoking section. So we used to have 2 gas cans on both sides of the couch with ashtrays. And every concert was a pretty good blast. After the UFO landed here, we had a UFO land here about 2 years ago. And everyone wants UFO land on your property. No, you don't. You forget when that sucker takes off, it burns your place down. So this whole area, you notice, got burnt down about 2 years ago. And my grandparents' original trick went up in flames. So I'm rebuilding this one back to take the place up. Kind of got long-winded there, but yeah, UFO, you don't want those land because when they take off,
Yeah.
So for the concerts, we also had the Glee tree. Glee.
Ugly.
I get it.
Ugh.
Yeah, Glee tree. But after the night concerts here, with a little too much to drink, it does become your booty tree.
Booty tree.
Booty tree.
And yes, you can make booty calls from here.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
And then when you saw the, oh yeah, and then that there is going to be turned into a hoodie couch. So when I rebuild this building, I'll have the couch there again, and it'll be a hoodie couch.
Be a hoodie couch.
Yeah, okay. Diane don't like that one. What is it? Do what?
Back to the Future car.
Oh, it could be. It calls. But as I always say, when you thought that UFO story wasn't true, this is the recreation of the UFO landing.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
And as you guys probably do know, living in Tennessee, any UFO lands in any southern state is probably been powered by one of those motors.
Yeah.
And I'll put it this way: when the fire crew left that night, the fire chief comes over to me afterwards. He goes, "You know how this what caused this?" I go, "Yes, I do." But the true story tonight is UFO landed here. He just rolled his eyes up and walked off. Think of the music of the 80s. Music of the 80s. I will tumble for you. That there is your tree of lost soulmates. Lost soulmates.
Lost soulmates.
And then I guess, sorry. Yeah, whichever way you want to go with it. It's either your morning alcoholics tree or band tree. Or wake up in the morning trying to sober up, it's too early to start again. And then thank goodness it quit working about 2 weeks ago. There's our muggy tree.
The muggy tree.
Yeah, I'm glad it kind of quit working a couple of weeks ago. This one over here, which I was up last night redoing just for you guys. This is the Valley of Lost Souls. Valley of Lost Souls.
The Valley of Lost Souls.
But I was going to say, well, the Valley of Lost Souls, but I guess they're happy. They're lost together.
They're lost together.
But they had a rough night. They're pretty mossed over.
Mossed over. Oh boy.
And it goes because when I put the shoes back, I guess some of my shoes fell apart. No, this is all covered in shoes. I'm like, I get more shoes out here. And then I need Jacob to stop here again too. You might notice you do have to watch for those occasional Crocs that show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all this should be covered in shoes. But as you can imagine, I had a leaf blizzard, and you can see how many leaves. I just got done cleaning this out about 2 hours before you guys got here.
Oh, wow.
You see how many leaves are already falling back over. Because you see how many more leaves I got to come out of this.
Yeah, quite a
You
few.
piled up a lot of them.
There is some wood on. There's wood on there, so it's not quite as
Yeah.
bad as it looks. But yes, all those leaves I've been piling up on. And then over here, a few of the souls have awoken
Have awoken.
because they've seen the light. And I am assuming they must be the church ladies. They're all high heels.
Yeah.
And yes, they're either shouting.
Oh, they got giggly eyes on them.
So they're either shouting or preaching you the gospel while talking in tongues. We have Jack and the Beanstalk.
Oh, Jack and Beanstalk.
Yeah. And if going up the tree there, you notice the giants up there. And then, of course, the county neighbors thought it was that.
Who's the devil?
Who's the devil?
And what they were doing to me, I felt like it was that.
Will.
So I just tried that devil tester. If you guys do pass the devil test there, you can grab an air conditioner there, and then you can head down to the hot party.
Oh no.
Hot party.
That's
Oh
good.
boy.
And I do understand the pyrotechnics are quite awesome down there. I didn't get out of the way, I always forget it. I'm doing my share to keep that global warming down. It seems to be working pretty good today.
Yeah, it's doing.
Now this here is the original set of MASH.
Oh, I get it, mash.
Yeah, complete with
It is potatoes.
yeah, it is complete with boot camp. Radar's making a special appearance. Not showing me he's charging for his autograph. And then I'll be darn Klinger showed up too.
Yep.
No, I just don't have anything for hot lips. and then once again, you might have one of these in your backyard, as far as I know. The
Yeah.
fully functioning, either hillbilly or redneck workout center.
Yeah.
Complete your extra weights, or the inspiration of what you want to lose when you're working out. And you won't work out too long, you might get too tired out. This is probably the biggest grower out here. I know you're debating on, especially her, you're debating on that right now. But you do not want me walking with a toilet and a skeleton at the same time, because I do have major flashbacks to Elvis has left the building.
The building, yep.
He's
Oh,
all shook up.
no.
He's all shook up, falling to pieces. So I do feature something here that Graceland does not feature. Well, it's my open canvas. You might notice the whole
Canvas, yeah.
open canvas. You're not in Kansas any longer.
Kansas
However, be careful you don't trip and fall into Valley Canyon.
Canyon.
Oh,
Might not be quite, yeah, it might not be quite as grand as that one, but it's pretty dangerous to fall head first into it. And then, of course, a lot of this is still covered in the leaves. I didn't have time to take out. But you might notice you're flying over either Kansas City or Canada.
Kansas or Canada.
It's kind of hard to tell which one's the sky.
I see it.
And I
get it.
assume you did notice you're in Kentucky right now.
Kentucky.
And then over here, the only people who see space runs, as I mentioned to you, from the little demonstration over there, seems to be country people or hillbilly, so I figured we need our own spaceship. So the hillbilly spaceship.
Look at that big old button phone.
Yeah. Well, you might notice, first of all, I was going to mention to you, it takes a lot of pedal power. It takes a lot of pedal power to get your booster ignited. And I'm about your safety, so you have a nice safety helmet to wear. And when you do put it on, I always say be careful you don't overstrain yourself. And then there's a tiny bit hatch on top for the dark side of the moon. And then, as Don already noticed, yes, they have that push button intercom system. Push button.
Push button,
Yeah, I
yeah.
have more buttons there, but push button.
Yeah, you get it? Push button.
And, oh yeah, and then, well, you're not going to triple on, but be careful you don't triple the mushrooms.
Oh, I see it. Mushrooms.
And where they go, the bigger ones. Then, of course, I figured Kentucky does need its very own throne hinge.
Throne hinge.
And after 9 tacos, it does become your ring of fire.
I remember you saying that on other vlogs. That's great. Yeah.
So you see why the neighbor spent 2 years trying to get rid of me now.
Oh.
Then over here, we do have your 3 doors down.
3 is the.
They're not quite down yet, even though the wind tried to break them down. They're not quite down yet.
So we're building a lounge next door, loosen them up a little bit so I'll slide on down. So we did put a new grill into the club. New grill into the club.
New grill.
If you look carefully, we're drinking some really weak apple pie, moonshine apple pie.
The apple pie. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get the pie sign.
Yeah.
And as she was mentioning, as my wife has already told her, egotistical one is of me when I travel the Franzen Brothers show. And rest of the clowns, you happen to be circus nerds, they are based on Royal Ringling Barn Bay clowns. So that's how that's how the paintings started. And then that guy, J.D. Wilkes of the Legendary Shed Shows, he came by one day going, "Great looking folk art, dude." And I'm like, "Whatever. I painted like this in grade school." So 50 years later, I had improvement ups. I didn't think much of this stuff at all.
Wow.
And then of course, Santa Claus is bringing the wise men and stuff. Santa Claus is bringing the wise men and stuff.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And then you might notice that drummer boy is back there helping that horse keep it one horse feet. Car doesn't go too fast, obviously. And we do have deer in the headlights. And then, of course, as you guys know, even living in Tennessee, you have to have a tribute to the bootleggers.
Yeah, the
Bootleggers.
Oh boy. Looks like you drank too much moonshine.
Yes, the king is born.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, it is a commercialization of Christmas in the big picture. Because no one celebrates Christmas where it's supposed to be for anymore.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of like represents that. So you might not have to do represents entire life here. I got them coming and they're going. Coming and going.
Coming and going, yeah.
That's my son's dirt track, by the way.
Oh wow.
He went out one year when I was redoing the deer stand. Come over my deer stand, 2 of my tires are missing. He was out in the woods riding this thing, so the late was causing big wheels to turn front. And of course, that's for the neighbors. Oh my, what's he doing now? Being another brick in the wall.
Another brick in.
Out there, you'll notice the we have a quilt pattern because you know you got Paducah Quilt Museum. It's not just a quilt museum, by the way. It's the International Quilt Museum.
Yep.
So we have the quilt pattern for them.
Quilt pattern.
And if you look at it really closely, you'll notice our stitching is really tight. And then if you want to your VHS tapes, you can always make a Pac-Man game or Space Invader game inside your house. And then this one out here is, what you can see, I was in there trying to add some Hot Wheel tracks to Toyland, but this is my grandparents' actual working well. Does not work too well for me right now. Too much junk on the well. And also there's a hole in my bucket, so I don't get that water fast enough. Last time I dropped the bucket down, pretend like it's a head. That thing came up, so I'm assuming I found Carol Baskin's husband.
Oh.
Oh boy. Ooh.
You have to watch Tiger so you get that one.
Yeah.
And then, of course, all the bad puns start from Hillbilly Haven.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was able to grow sea monkey.
That's your sea monkey. Wow, there's a lot going on.
We played with presidents at one time, and after Lyndon B. Johnson, we stopped playing presidents. And you can buy them painted or non-painted. And the Sears, the company ran an ad in the Sears catalog back in the mid-'60s, telling your parents how much fun you're going to have playing with the presidents. I'll put it this way, I never had these highlighted in my Christmas wish list. All the actors no one really remembers anymore, and then the star of the show.
Yeah.
And then if you happen to remember Chips, there's that classic scene where John was taking his Barbie lunchbox to work.
Yeah.
And then something you probably don't see very often, Buzz Lightyear doing a little wrecking ball.
Yeah.
And then in case she needs a new perm before she leaves here, Edward Scissorhands opened a new drive-through beauty salon. And then you might notice Carpetbagger and Justin showed up too.
Oh, wow, yeah. Carbagger, Justin.
And don't forget Adam Lou's pins. No. Adam's pins
yeah.
are on the Carpetbagger's hat. And then over there too, you might notice, well, that's kind of your up your era. Freddy Cougar is having a little duck. Freddy's having a duck.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Wow.
And then if you look way up there, you'll notice Kevin's not home alone anymore. Kevin's not home alone anymore.
Oh, there he is.
There's so much in here. You get overwhelmed and where to look.
You got the Victorian house, and all the Batman villains are hiding out. You look careful on the small balcony, you may notice Two-Face and Riddler are forcing Robin to watch that blue-collar comedy team. You may notice Ryan White is passing out on us again. He's passing out the ultimate jam session. You're going to disagree with me. We have a new K-pop band there, BTS, Kiss, the Muppet Band, Alice Cooper, Joe Morrison, all jamming together. So, hey, they must be in sync.
They must be in sync.
Because they are doing the time warp, which is pretty incredible.
Pretty real, yeah.
And you look towards the back there, you might notice both Willy Wonkas are back there making sure everyone stays happy during the jam session with their special candies. And then this is supposed to be Lucille Ball, but it's a bad likeness of Lucy. But you might notice Lucy's hanging with Lucy, with a diamond in the sky.
Diamond in the sky. Oh, wow.
And then of course you got Godzilla and King Kong over there comparing car sizes. So on everywhere you look, there's different bad puns going on.
Wow, it's
Well, up where you're at now, that's kind of like the barbershop friendship plane your mom's might have. And then you got the Barrett Hills dolls, where that zip code was, Blossom dolls, and yes, Rosie's your friendly airline circus. Then there you might notice you got Snoopy on the soapbox camel, on the real soapbox camel, so to speak, fighting the Red Baron.
by the Red Baron.
And yes, there are snakes on the plane.
Snakes on a plane.
And then kind of being politically incorrect and politically correct on parts of it, I gotta shut the hood, but you might notice the USO tour coming out there, USO tour. So Elvis is actually driving the Jeep. You got Marilyn Bob Hope, Jerome Patton for the USO tour, and then Angelina Jolie is your hood ornament.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and then if you're panning the other way, there's the old Holiday Inn. It still had the old-fashioned, neon signs. Now this probably was out in your day and time, but I grew up like Gilligan's Island was actually on TV. I was born in the '60s, and I was going to jump my mom for not buying that for me when I discovered it existed. And it turns out it did not come out until 1980. Why it came out so late, I do not know. But it did not come until 1980.
Oh wow.
But I put it this way: I got mine at the age of 40 something. It was still fun to play in the bathtub at age 40 something because it is a bathtub time.
And with Mr. Bubbles.
Yeah, Mr. Bubbles. Oh, you remember Mr. Bubbles? Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Bubbles.
Some original Weebles, it looks like.
Yeah, the Weebles. Yeah, because there. And then as you get around here, there's the Disneyland. That's the Disneyland Weeble place up back there. Oh yeah, then as you probably know, Tim Burton did direct Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah.
So it kind of morphs into your Tim Burton-ish stuff down here.
There's toys here I have never seen before, and then there's a lot I've seen. It's amazing.
Well, it's like I said, the toys in here are in the catalogs from 1900 to semi-present day. Because like I already mentioned, we have a new K-pop band back here. You might notice we have like the Five Nights at Freddy's, one of those. We keep all the pop culture ones. And the oldest toys, the oldest one is that train. You might see a wind-up train up there. That train and that bus, the old rusted-out bus, and that donkey behind David Crockett, that wooden donkey, they're in the catalogs from 1900 to 1910. So it's the oldest toys out here.
Oh wow. I actually had that there. That's from Dune.
Oh, okay, the Dune place.
Yeah, I had that.
Oh, cool.
It's crazy. That's probably the first time I've seen it since I've had it. That's
Adam West riding an elephant in a circus, done up as Batman. So I love that. I love that photograph. Recreated toy-wise. Disney did his version in 1955, and that Alamo has been signed by Fess Parker and Buddy Epson.
oh wow.
And back in the day and time when you didn't have to pay for autographs. No, because when I went to LA, Fess Parker was like my Ninja Turtle. I was like my Ninja Turtle guy. So when I found out Fess Parker was part owner of the Red Lion Hotel in Santa Barbara, I actually called up the Santa Barbara Hotel, asking if I could ever meet him. And I got put on line with him, and he invited me up there. And he signed the Alamo 10 for me. And then later I worked the remake of the Bear Hillbillies, where he was portraying. And they brought Barnaby Jones back, or it brought Buddy Epson back to be Barnaby Jones. So I got him to sign it. So that's my favorite toy because of who it's been signed by.
Wow. It's hard to take everything in. I mean, look at this. Oh my gosh. Dawn, did you see all the toys that are in here? And a lot of these I had growing up, and some I've never seen before. Of course, he was showing us the Carpetbagger and Justin Scard doll. But it's hard to take it all. Every single inch is covered with something. You got He-Man, you got Big Boy back there. A lot of them are moving around. Now there's a lot of puns in here. He was talking about all the different puns. Like they're set up in a way to, and even the ceiling is just Captain Crunch. Star Wars.
Lunchbox.
Got lunch boxes. I mean, there is something in here. Got I Dream of Jeannie. Christmas Story. I think I found Waldo. Godzilla's got a wiener on a stick, Dawn. There's Mo, Curly, and Larry over there. Jamie, do you remember that dollhouse? My sister Jamie had that.
Yeah.
Ooh, they have My Pet Monster. My buddy. They got some Star Wars. There's the Noid. Remember the Noid, Dawn? He was the Domino's guy. Kind of their mascot for Domino's Pizza. This is amazing. It is a overload
Of toys.
A lot of memories. Wow.
I had some of the toys in here. It's so much in here. It's just overwhelming. And
Even on the floor, all the way, and they're on the ceiling. I mean, brought back a lot of memories, you know? A lot of, you know, we all have the kid never leaves us. It just, you know what I'm saying?
Just one-time deal, and I'll probably
Yeah, we're
kill
good.
myself. Here we go. He's perfectly fine. He's just plain dead. The tree I crashed into is going to get a new chest job. And everything's tied together. Or you can tie another one on before you leave.
Oh, Keith, guys. He did it. Well, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. And so thanks definitely for your time and that, and appreciate
Thank you
it.
guys so much for coming.
Thanks for coming. Now you want some really excitement. You need to go to the quilt museum.
Yeah, I know.
Quilt Museum.
The Quilt Museum's got nothing on Apple Valley. A big special thanks to Keith and Diane. They're really awesome. If you get a chance and you're in Paducah, you're passing through, stop by, check out the gardens, check out the Toyland, have Keith take you around and show you some of his famous artwork and some of his puns that are just amazing. He had me laughing the whole time. I couldn't stop laughing. And even when we got back to the hotel, we were still laughing about Keith. I will put links in the description below so you guys can check out his Facebook and Instagram and all that down below. And that's going to do it for today here in Paducah, Kentucky. If you like this vlog, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't, please subscribe so you don't miss these upcoming road trip adventures. Guys, we're on our way to Branson, Missouri. And until next time.
Thanks for watching.
Bye, everyone.